that kind of wraps up our discussion on this trade deadline. I know you wanted to have some discussion over the 2021 QB class. You had said that it isn't as bad as 2013. I'm definitely not ready to say that yet after going back and looking at the 2013 draft class. But
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, Geno Smith is saving it a bit, but it is
it's yeah,
not
Geno Smith. There were
good.
names on there that were blasts from the past. Geno Smith, Matt Barkley, EJ
EJ Manuel,
Manuel.
yeah,
Some crazy names.
yeah, it's not that bad. But I did want to touch on the fact that it seems like so far, due to performance, like Justin Fields like has been the best in my eyes, given what he's had. Because Trevor Lawrence this year has kind of been the reason they've been losing games a bit. Like his
I would
QBR in the
disagree.
fourth quarter is 53. Like he's been kind of just choking, and it's like with the weapons and team that Doug Peterson, like he should be able to kind of finish things. I think he's just getting a longer leash because he's on the Jags, and the Bears are a bigger market. They just hate. I feel like they're kind of like Philly, like they can really just hate on their team, you know. And
I disagree.
so,
I think there's a little recency bias in the Justin Fields thing. I mean, outside of the last 2 3 weeks, he would have been your graded worst quarterback from that class.
Zach Wilson's been kind of bad every
Okay, that's
week in
fair.
my eyes.
I am not a
I
Zach
don't. I
Wilson.
can't put him above Justin Fields, and Mac Jones has definitely already regressed, like from past season, which he was fine. Like he's definitely good for a rookie, but to be regressing in year two is not ideal to see, and already have kind of quarterback controversy is bizarre. But
I am
um,
not. I don't know. I'm not out on Mac Jones yet. We've seen him be a good quarterback. He was good
yeah,
last
I'm
year.
not out, but
He's
it's
gonna find.
concerning. I would have to
I'm
say that it's
definitely
not
not
like
out on
not
Trevor Lawrence either.
like no, not one of these guys is really standing out this year. It's like kind of
Well,
eh,
it stinks too because you had Lance go down. You still haven't seen him. He's going to be going into year 3. That'll be the first time we
right.
really that'll be his essentially rookie year in a
Yeah.
sense. And he hasn't played football since 2019. And it's like, okay, it's going to be 2023. That's 4 years since this guy's played
Oh,
a full
jeez.
season. And that doesn't look promising. Lawrence, I think, still has the highest ceiling, as we would have said way back when.
Yeah,
And
just
Wilson,
like
I
to see
agree.
more.
Wilson, I agree. I'm out on Russell Wilson. I'm or not Russell
Uh,
Wilson. Well, I am out on Russell Wilson,
both
but
Wilsons.
Zach Wilson.
Both
Um,
Wilsons stink.
he just he's not it. They'd be better off
Yeah.
to move on as soon as possible. They just missed, man. And I said this back then. I said, why are they even drafting him? What's the jump from Sam Darnold to Zach Wilson? It was a very
Yeah,
Jets esque decision, in my opinion, to do that.
I'd
And
agree. Dudes that both had big arms, turnover problems,
and
and
I'm not the biggest fan of Fields still either. I think he's been playing good, but
yeah,
I would pump the brakes a little bit. But yeah,
yeah. We'll
it's not
see. We'll
looking
see if the
good.
Claypool thing does anything.
It's not looking good across the QB class, but it's definitely not 2013 bad. Come on now.
Yeah, no, it's just a talking point and just to shine some light on, which I think at the time a lot of people thought this was gonna be a great class. We're gonna have studs all the way. To it's like, well, it's hopefully one of these guys turns out. I mean, that's
I
kind of
mean,
what odds wise, what's going to happen is one of these guys is going to be an elite QB. One's probably going to be middle of the road, and the rest are probably just going to fall out of the NFL or
I
be
mean,
backups.
here's the top 8 quarterbacks according to NFL.com from the 2013 draft class: Tyler Bray, EJ Manuel, Ryan DeSeeb, Matt Barkley, Mike Glennon, Zach Dysert, Geno Smith, and Tyler Wilson. I'm going to be brutally honest. I've only ever heard of EJ Manuel, Matt Barkley, Mike Glennon, and Geno Smith. That's it.
That's a fair point. And again, I understand it's a bit of an overreaction, but it was more just to shine some light on. I mean, classes. It looks bad. It's
To
looked
be
very, very
fair,
bad.
comparative to 21, um, EJ Manuel's the only first round pick. There were like five, I believe, in 2021,
Right. Which is
which
kind of
was
makes it a bit
which was
worse.
ridiculous even then. I even said I was like, this is insane. Like
Yeah.
quarterbacks are flying off the board. EJ Manuel was round one. Geno Smith was round two. Glennon round three. Who actually has had a solid career as a backup quarterback, which for a third round pick, you can't complain. I'm not,
It's solid,
you
man.
want more, but it's
He had
a
some decent moments with Buccaneers.
third round quarterback. Yeah, Matt Barkley, fourth round pick. He was terrible. Ryan Nassib, never heard of him. Fourth round. Landry Jones in the fourth round. Like who are these?
Steelers.
Tyler Wilson was in the fourth round. The seventh round was Brad Sorensen, Zach Dyser, B.J. Daniels, and Sean Renfrey. I mean, those are seventh round quarterbacks. Those are shots in the dark. So
Right.
I think the expectations are what's might be end up the high expectations might end up being the biggest knock on the 21 draft class. If
For
none of
sure.
them pan out to be a superstar, even if you have a couple like, because like it's not like Trevor Lawrence is going to be out of the league in the next 2 years. Like that's
Oh, I
not
disagree. I don't think it's gonna be him or Fields. I'm saying the other guys are
Wilson
already
might
on
be.
they're already
Wilson
on the
might be.
bubble.
Lance
Yeah.
Lance won't be because he hasn't played enough. They're not going to just. I think they're stuck
I'm
in the
saying
sense that.
backups like won't reach starter potential. Like I'm
Yeah, I
saying
would agree
just
with that. I think
logistically.
I think Mac Jones is a better quarterback than any guy in that draft class, except for Geno Smith at this point.
That's a fair point. I can give you
So
that. Yeah, Geno Smith boosting the value of the draft class.
yeah,
Had a
he's
boy.
saving them, man.